Good morning, great morning, wonderful morning, spectacular morning, outstanding morning, magnificent morning, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning. Again, the beautiful reminder of choice that you have, that I have, that we all have to give meaning to everything that's in every moment of our lives. This is something that we remind you of on purpose because we want you to be in control of your life. Remember, it's the meanings that you give things that leads you to a vibratory state, and that vibratory state is the attractive force in your life. It's what determines what you're attracted to, what's attracted to you, and also what you're repelled by and what's repelled by you. All of it solely based from a frequency. And when you learn how to control what's happening in that inner world, you control the frequency that you're on. And that's what we want you to get. This is why we repeat so many things so many times throughout every one of these calls and with everything that we share with you. This is why we wrote these incredible books here. There's no such thing as self-sabotage, and also emergence to help you to shift that inner narrative inside. That's why we're studying and have published this beautiful gem here, The Secret of the Ages by Robert Collier. Because we want you to get that. We want you to understand that hidden power inside, which, when used, will change everything on the outside. Remember, as within, so without. Your outer world is a reflection of what's happening in your inner world. And that inner world is all mental. So you're powerful. You were designed to succeed. You were meant to do amazing things. The problem is that we've been conditioned not to see that. We don't understand it. Why? Because we haven't been told that enough times to really grasp it. But see, that's what we're here for, to help you to know that, to help you to understand that, to help you to live that, so that you can deliver the outcomes you truly seek, not the results you know you can do or think you could do. No, the results you would really love. That's what we desire for you. All right. So now, with that being said, again, here we're studying this book right now in this beautiful container of Master Your Mind. If you don't have a copy of this, make sure you do get a copy of it. And yes, read it. Yes, study it. Yes, underline it. Yes, highlight it. But more importantly, live it. Apply it in your life practically, because that's how it's going to stick. And again, that's what we want it to happen for you. All right. So you guys ready? Type in the comments, I'm ready. You're ready. And if you are, great. If you're not, we're still going in. Okay. We're still going in. Okay. So here we go. Ready? One, two, three, boom. All right. So the page that we're on here is page 106. Now, we read this yesterday, and what he's speaking of is intuition and how the ideas from the universe, of which where all the answers are, comes through your intuition. And remember, in order for you to receive those downloads, you have to be in harmony with an idea, because the ideas that come to you, those downloads that come to you, are always from that. You can look at it this way. You must think from really great ideas. Why? Because we think from our ideas. Now, here he references the flash of genius that comes to everyone. The flash of genius does not originate in your own brain. And that's another important thing for you to remember. Your brain is not your mind. Your brain is electronic switching station. It's actually an instrument of your mind. Now, here he points out, through intense concentration, you've established a circuit through your subconscious mind with the universal. And it is from that that inspiration comes. All genius, all progress is from the same source. It lies with you to merely learn how to establish the circuit at will so that you can call upon it at need. It can be done. Now, I want you to notice how he points out it lies with you merely to learn how to establish this circuit at will. Now, what is it that establishes the circuit to bring to you ideas that are in harmony with how you'd love things to be? Well, it's called focus. It's called connection to the idea, by holding the idea on the screen of your mind, by being loyal to that unseen reality. I mean, he even says it here in the beginning, through intense concentration. And that's how you establish the circuit. You're not going to get it if your mind is scatterbrained and all over the place. I mean, think about in terms of a magnifying glass. Okay, here's magnifying glass. You know what happens if you hold the magnifying glass at a specific angle? The sun's over there, magnifying glass is here, and if you hold it at an angle on a leaf or a piece of paper until you get a white hot bead. When you have that white hot bead, you get ignition. Now, I'm certain you know about this. Now, that ignition is what is called transformation. Now, let's say you have this magnifying glass and you're trying to get ignition, you're trying to get a fire to burn, trying to get that white hot bead there so that it does cause that to happen. Remember, you've got to hold it steady. You've got to hold it still. Will you be able to deliver that if you're like this? Ooh, okay, let's get some heat here. See, it doesn't work. It's not going to happen. You need a strong, steady will. That's how you establish the circuit. In the inner consciousness of each of us, quotes Dumont in The Mastermind, there are forces which act much the same as would countless tiny mental brownies or helpers who are anxious and willing to assist us in our mental work, if we will but have confidence and trust in them. Now remember, he's speaking of these mental brownies as a workforce inside of you to get things done, all of which run from the command that's given by the subconscious mind, which is a loyal servant, but is not loyal to you, is loyal to what you've made important. Now, this is a psychological truth expressed in the terms of the old fairy tales. The process of calling into service these inner consciousness helpers is similar to that which we constantly employ to recall some forgotten fact or name. We find that we cannot recollect some desired fact, date, or name, and instead of racking our brains with an increased effort, we, if we have learned the secret, pass on the matter to the inner consciousness with a silent command. Recollect this name for me, and then go on with your ordinary work. You know how many times this has happened to me? I'm racking my brain, just exactly what he says, and it's not coming, And I said, you know what? The answer will come. Find it for me. And then I forget. And next thing you know is it comes to me when I'm tying my shoes or something like that. Here he says, after a few minutes, or it may be hours, all of a sudden, pop, will come the missing name or fact before us, flashed from the planes of our inner consciousness by the help of the kindly workers or brownies of those planes. The experience is so common that we have ceased to wonder at it. How did that happen? And yet, it is a wonderful manifestation of the inner consciousness working of the mind. Now stop and think for a moment, straight from him and also straight from me to you as well. And you will see that the missing word does not present itself accidentally or just because. There are mental processes at work for your benefit. And when they have worked out the problem for you, they gleefully push it up to from their plane on the plane of the outer consciousness where you may use it. See, that's what you have access to for everything. Remember, God, the universe, knows better than you how to get what you want. You don't know how. The discovery of how comes from being on a frequency. And when you are locked into that frequency, that's when the answers come. That's how every answer has been delivered from everything that's ever been invented. This technology here on Zoom. This technology here to be able to do this. I mean, think about this way that this is being presented to you on this live stream, in this platform with the words here on the side. At one time, this was not in existence. It was just an idea. Oh, I would love to do that. Someone locked into the idea, which then led to everything that was necessary to be able to do this. This is how I got this here. I knew exactly what I wanted to see. I didn't know how to do it. Guess what? I was loyal to the idea. I saw it in my mind as if it was finished. The next thing you know is bam, it's happening. And now I'm able to scroll up and down and show you these words as we're moving along. So it came through intuition. Now we know of no better way of illustrating this matter than by this fanciful figure of the mental brownies in connection with the illustration of the subconscious storehouse. If you would learn to take advantage of the work of these subconscious brownies, we advise you to form a mental picture of the subconscious storehouse in which is stored all sorts of knowledge that you have placed there during your lifetime, as well as the impressions that you have acquired by race inheritance, racial memory. In fact, the information stored away has often been placed in the storage rooms without any regard of systematic storing or arrangement. And when you wish to find something that has been stored away there for a long time, the exact place being forgotten, you are compelled to call to your assistance these little brownies of the mind, which perform faithfully to your mental command. Now, I want to make something clear. When he's saying they perform faithfully to your mental command, they're not being faithful to you, they're faithful to what you have made important. Recollect this for me, you can say. These brownies are the same little chaps that you charge with the task of waking you at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning when you wish to catch an early train. And they obey you as well in this work of the mental alarm clock. These same little chaps will also flash into your consciousness the report. I have an engagement 2 o'clock with Jones. When looking at your watch, you will see that it is just a quarter before the hour or two, the time of your engagement. Oh, what's that? Oh, yeah, I do have that. Now, well, then, if you will examine carefully into a subject which you wish to master and pass along the results of your observation to these subconscious brownies, you will find, and you will, that they will work the raw materials of thought into shape for you in a comparatively short time. It's not a matter of whether or not they will do that because they've already done that for you many times. What it's a matter of is whether or not you're going to stay loyal to the idea that you would love and crowd out things that are not in harmony with it. Now, again, I want to repeat one more time. Your subconscious mind, which has all of these mental brownies that's being referred to here, is a loyal servant, but it's not loyal to you. It's loyal to what you've made important. You're the one that gets to decide what's important to you. And then from that, that's when the answers come. They will analyze, systemize, collate, and arrange in consecutive order the various details of information which you have passed on to them, and will add thereto the articles of similar information that they will find stored away in the recesses of your memory. Don't concern yourself about, oh, I can't remember. You can access all that if you'll just stay loyal to whatever it is you seek, and then just let go and let them do the work. Now, in this way, they will group together various scattered bits of knowledge that you have forgotten. And right here, let us say that you have absolutely never forget anything that you have places in your mind. You may be unable to recollect certain things, but they are not lost. Now, that's a big deal, my friend. All of that information, all of that experience that you've accumulated through life, all of that is there in memory. It's not a matter of whether or not it's there, it's there. It's just that it hasn't been locked into and used in a way for you to recollect it. With that being said, it is there and it can be recalled, but it's not going to be recalled by you consciously making an effort to do so. It's going to be recalled by you just locking into the trust that you will recall those things and let the mental brownies do those things for you. So again, you may be unable to recollect certain things, but they are not lost. Sometimes later, some associative connection will be made with some other fact, and lo, the missing idea will be found fitted nicely into its place in the larger idea. The work of our little mental brownies. Remember Thompson's statement. In view of having to wait for the results of these unconscious processes, I approved the habit of getting together material in advance and then leaving the mass to digest itself until I'm ready to write about it. The subconscious digestion is really the work of our little mental brownies. Now, this is exactly how this was created. This all was pieced together by us here at Elevitality. Dolly and I, our connection with what we would really love to happen. And, it came, the ideas came. Because we were loyal to the idea, it unfolded. And it was exactly as what Neville Goddard shared. He said, if you are observant, you will begin to see outer reality taking shape upon the model of your imagination. All the plots, plans, jobs, and situations, they activated. See, the little mental brownies led to us the ideas, which then bring to pass what it is that you're experiencing right now. Remember, you have them. You have them right now. You've always had them. You're always going to have them. Now, before we proceed with the remainder of this call, for those of you who are watching this live stream and would love to tap into the rest of these calls and the recordings, then do yourself a favor. Go to elevitality.com and register for Master Your